Hi and welcome to Winners Corner. The Prix d'Amérique Sunday is here, and with that some of the very best sport that the world of trotting can offer us. Of course, we also have a V75 round here in Sweden at the Bollnäs racetrack. But first of all, Harry, I have to ask you what you think of this year's edition of Prix d'Amérique.
Oh, what a fantastic race. We wait for the elite race, we wait for the Prix d'Amérique and the Hambletonian, but the Prix d'Amérique is, wow, what a race and what a field they've got this year. It's always the case. We've got some phenomenal entries and there's a lot of revenge being looked for. We have last year's winner, Ridley Express, driven so ably by Björn Goop, and we have Propulsion from Sweden, but I'm unfortunately going to take sides with the French.
How come?
I'm going to get my French right this and say Vive la France. Everybody thinks I'm going to say Uno Josselin, but no, it's Bold Eagle. And I'll show you some pictures right now. Have a look. They've changed his training program, but I'm telling you, Bold Eagle is looking like an absolute world star that he is. He's back to his best.
Beautiful horse, Bold Eagle.
He's got a sprint speed over the short 50, 100 meters. There's no horse in the world that can touch him. And all I'm saying is, with the right race on the big day on Sunday, there's nothing that's going to stay with Bold Eagle. He's going to win going away.
Despite the fact that a lot of people think that Belinda Josselin is...
Belinda Josselin, what a phenomenally strong filly. I didn't like what Jean-Michel Bazir's drive last time out when she got disqualified, but that's got nothing to do with the horse. I still think... Bold Eagle is a little more underrated because he hasn't produced as well as he did 2 years back, and all the problems we've had here and there with Solvall's Elite Loop last year. Let me tell you right now, Bold Eagle has been prepared like nothing ever before. It's like Maharaja trying 3 times for the Prix d'Amérique. Bold Eagle is there, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be screaming him home. I see him now. Bold Eagle wins the Prix d'Amérique 2019.
Okay, then let us leave Prix d'Amérique there and instead focus on the V75 round at Bollnäs racetrack this Sunday. We start in race 5, V75 1, a sprint race for mares. And how do you want to start us off this Sunday?
Yeah, I start actually off with a win bet on Vanessa FB with Ulf Olsen. Very, very capable filly. He's got a really good draw. It's over 1,640 metres. And I was saying to colleagues earlier, it's amazing how many horses over the 1,640, both circle start and outer start over the short distance, win from draw 1. A phenomenally good statistically. And as I say, Ulf Olsen back in form now after his holiday in Jamaica. I can see Vanessa FB winning this from start to finish. Only danger, I think, could be Cha-Cha Sisu. It might give a bit of a dance down the straight. But for me, one Vanessa FB.
Okay, so we start off there with a win bet in race 5 on horse number 1, Vanessa FB. Turning the page to race 6, V75 2, we have another race for mares, but this time it's over full distance. Circular start, and what have you found for us here?
I found number 3, Erik Adielsson again, top driver, and it's Lickens Cash. And if you translate that, that actually is very suitable for this horse because I can't see them losing. Draw 3, Erik Adielsson, who's very, very fast out. He's a very, very capable. You can see Stefan Arvidsson here coming from the back here and finishing and going away to win. I think it's going to be the same story here. Very, very capable and a very good chance on Lickens Cash.
Win bet here in race 6 on number 3, Lyckans Cash. And now we make a jump to the last leg in the V75 round, that is race 11. The distance is 2,640 meters, and you have come to the conclusion, Harry, that number 2, man of the match, is likely to win this race. How did you come to this
I think it's going to be match of the day. A very capable horse with a very good reputation. I remember when he started his career in Lindesberg, Timo Numerus usually takes his youngsters down there. Very capable horse, and he's had a layoff from racing, but he's well and above the class of the field that he's meeting today. And Timo Numerus, we know, doesn't send out horses to start unless they are really well prepared. And I think with that draw, he's got an outstanding chance of winning it.
Number 2 man of the match is Harry's win bet in race 11. And this leads us in on the daily double. Since race 11 equals DD2. And we can see here, Harry, that you bank number 2 man of the match in DD2. And in the first leg, we can see that you have excluded the big favorite number 12 imported from Detroit. Interesting, Harry. How did you...
Well, you might remember that I did, in fact, tip imported from Detroit 2-3 weeks back in Winner's Corner, and it won at good odds. He's got a 20-metre handicap. He's got draw 2, which is absolutely the worst draw that imported from Detroit can get. So I think there's a fairly good chance of a break there. But that aside, I think you've got to look at Fair Play Pellini, Jorma Kontio again, Team Anonymous. Very, very, very good win last time out. Really back forward. He must have gone forward a great deal. And then I've included 8 again, Erik Adielsson, Sahara Sun. Second, third, always thereabouts. Overdue a win. And I think just odds-wise, with the man of the match, I can be Harry of the day by giving you a good double there. And if either of those two win, you're talking about over 15, 20 to 1 odds on the double.
Great DD suggestion there with 2 combinations for this Sunday. The V75 round this Sunday is always about finding the winners in 7 consecutive races. You, Harry, you've made up a system suggestion for us. This is what it looks like. 2 bankers. We've talked about the one in the last leg, number 2 man of the match. What can you tell us about your other banker in V75-3, number 1 Michelangelo Ås?
Yeah, a very unlucky loser last time, although he was beaten by a very good horse. Daniel Olsen, a very good friend and colleague to us, he said he actually should have gone out a little earlier at Axvalla, finished like an absolute rocket. And Michelangelo Ås is absolutely in top form. And I don't see that any of the horses in the field, even although you've got White House Express, who's a stable companion, and Queer Fish, I can't see Michelangelo Ås losing this race.
V75-4 is a race for cold-blooded horses, and they're out of a long distance. They divided up over 3 tiers, and you mark 4 of them. Comments on that?
Well, some of you are probably scratching your heads and say, favourite Harry. Well, number 8, Tongue and Harp, Bjorn Carlson, is obviously a correct favourite. He must have a really, really good chance of winning. But if you're going to earn any money, and I've chosen my 2 bankers, and I think I've got fairly good reason to do that with Michelangelo Ås and man of the match. So I looked for where can we get good money and where is there a possibility. I think Piers Frey with draw 1 and a 20-metre advantage might find the distance too far, but if he manages to keep a reasonable pace in that first 1,000, he's going to be dangerous and hard to catch. But Tongue and Harp, there's no doubt about it, is the best horse in the race. I've then also included Jan-Olof Persson, the master of Northern Breds, with Ugly Mossen, with Ulf Eriksson in, and Lex Payday. And that should give us a chance. I don't think we'll miss out on that leg.
We move on then to the 5th leg, the last race left to talk about. 3 horses here that you've chosen, number 4, 8 and 9. Which one of these 3 do you believe the most in?
I think most of it is 8 Global Utopia with Jorma Kontio again and Team Anonymous. As I say, you know, I'm supporting a tremendous amount of Team Anonymous and Kontio. Listen, you just can't separate a good combination, and there's no question about it that Team Anonymous ranks as one of the best trainers in Sweden. Jorma Kontio, the Flying Finn, I mean, he's now virtually over the 11,000 victories mark. Phenomenal combination. And as I say, I think really they have a good chance. Otherwise, I would say don't worry, number 7, Henrik Svensson, which I've included. No, I haven't included. It's one that you can watch out for. And number 9, Lickenstar.
Thank you very much, Harry, for your effort today. We have 960 combinations for this Sunday's V75 system. Of course, you find out more information at our website, SwedishHorseRacing.com. And with that, we wish you the best of luck with your bets this Sunday and enjoy Prix d'Amérique in France. Bye-bye.